ثم الحمد لله الحمد لله ثم الحمد لله حمدا يوافي نعمه ويكافي مزيدا. الحمد لله رب العالمين نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له. ونشهد أن سيدنا ومولانا وحبيبنا محمدا عبده ورسوله وصفيه وخليله أرسله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله وكفى بالله شهيدا. قد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في محكم كتابه بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. We praise and we thank Allah, Almighty God, the creator of all that exists, the sustainer of all that exists, the absolutely unique, the one who has no beginning, the one who has no end, eternally without beginning, everlasting without end, the one who is like any unlike, absolutely dissimilar from anything to anything in creation, yet he is closer to us than our own carotid artery, min hablil warid. The one who transcends description and labels and concepts. Allah is far beyond being a concept. He is al-haq. He is the absolute, ultimate truth and reality. And we bear witness to that truth based on the principles and the evidences and the proofs of revelation, based on the evidences and the proofs of rational, reasoned thought, and based on the proofs that spring up in the heart of the human being through reflection on the signs of nature and reflection on the pages of history and reflection on the wonders that are within the soul of every human being. And we bear witness that Muhammad ibn Abdullah, may God bless him and grant him peace, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is his last slave, servant, and messenger to all of humanity. And that he was sent with truth and guidance for all, that they might attain the love of God in this life, knowledge of God in this life, happiness and peace and prosperity in this life, and salvation and eternal bliss in the life hereafter. May Allah make us among them. We began with the ayah, the proof, the sign of the chapter of women. O humanity, indeed, we have created you. God says, we have created you from a single soul, and from it created its mate, and from the two of them dispersed multitudes of men and women. Be mindful, be reverent, be conscious, be aware of the presence of God and His commandments, through whom you ask of your mutual rights, and reverence the wombs. Reverence the ties of the womb, your relatives, your kinship ties. Indeed, Allah sees all that you do. And the reality is that we are all tied by the womb because our tribe is one. We are Bani Adam, the tribe of Adam. No matter what clan you come from, no matter what your passport says, no matter what your nationality is, no matter what box you checked on the census questionnaire, ultimately we all belong to one family, Bani Adam, the tribe of Adam. We are all cousins. We are all family, tied by the womb of our mother, Lady Hawa, Eve, the mother of humanity, alayha salam, peace be upon her. Today, our message is a very simple one. Today, our message is focused on preparing for the new life. The new life and the new birth that awaits you as a result of all of the good deeds that you've done this month of Ramadan. Of all of the light that's accumulated in your heart this month of Ramadan. Don't look at Ramadan as a relief. Don't look at Ramadan as a relief. Look at Ramadan as a rebirth and a new beginning. Look at Ramadan as rejuvenation. Look at Ramadan as renewal. The purpose, the objective of Ramadan is so that you set a new norm. It's so that you realize what you're capable of doing. Look at your faces. Have you seen your faces? Your faces are full of light. I can see the light on your beautiful faces. But that light is only a reflection of the light that's in your heart. That our scholars say, if you were to open up the heart of the sinful Muslim, not the one who's obedient most of the time, the sinful Muslim, that light would blind everyone on the planet. How do you maintain this light? How do you keep the light? Many times, the end of Ramadan comes, and we stop coming to the masjid. We stop coming to the very incubator. This is a spiritual incubator. That is the very reason why you feel so peaceful now, why you feel so light now, and why there is light on you, in you now. We stop plugging in because of work, because of school, because of responsibilities. Don't let your enemy, shaitan, فَاتَّخِذُوهُ عَدُوًا, Allah says, take him as an enemy. His only objective is to get you to be less than what you were created to be. You were created to be the master of this universe. You were created to be the Khalifa of Allah on this planet. The human being is created to be the caretaker, the successor. You are the vicegerent of God. Every creature looks to you to establish harmony, not just in your home, harmony on the planet. Every creature is waiting for you to establish the balance and the justice. Your calling is so much more than filling your stomach in the stomachs of your family. It is so much more than making sure you have a pension waiting for you when you hit the age of retirement, if you hit that age. Your calling is so much more than making sure that your children and your grandchildren have a legacy fund and are financially stable. Your calling is so much more than going to the gym. Your calling is so much more than offering rituals in the masjid or going to circles of knowledge. These are all good, but they're only good when they're a means, when they are a bridge to something greater and not ends in themselves. You are created to be the vicegerent of Allah on the planet. That's what you signed up for, brothers and sisters. Allah says, Inni ja'ilun fil ardi khalifa. I am placing on the earth a vicegerent. Ramadan is the university. Ramadan is the university. It's the jami'ah. It's the madrasa that you and I go into so that we can graduate at the end of Ramadan worthy of this awesome responsibility to establish justice, to establish peace, to be a force for reconciliation, for islah and musalaha on the planet. in our country, in our state, in our cities, in our neighborhoods. But we can't bring that reconciliation, we can't bring that peace if there's no peace in the masjid. There's an Arabic proverb, فَاقِدُ الشَّيْء لَا يُعْطِيهِ. The person who does not have a thing can't give it, can't share it. You can't give something if you don't have it. We always say Islam is the religion of peace. Islam is the religion of harmony and balance. It's a way of life. But that peace must first be realized right here. And this is a responsibility for every one of us. Not just the imams, not just the shuyukh, not just the board of trustees. Each and every one of you, every boy, every girl, every man, every woman, every youth, every elder has this awesome responsibility. But you can't have peace in the masjid if there's no peace in your heart. Ramadan, we only have the numbers of days left you can count on one hand. Ramadan is an opportunity for you to finally have peace in your heart. Is your heart peaceful right now? Do you feel tuma'nina? Do you feel sakina? Do you feel sukoon? Do you feel salam in your heart? If you do, congratulations. The graduation is just a few days away. But if you haven't tasted salam yet, during this university, during these last 10 nights, you still have a chance. The opportunity has not missed you yet. It's not too late. In fact, it's never too late. As long as the spirit has not left the throat, as long as it has not reached the throat. Bring peace, my brothers and sisters. Bring peace. Islam is the way of surrendering, loving surrender, so that you might find peace. But it's hard to surrender. It's difficult to surrender. It's difficult to forgive. It's difficult to have humility. It's difficult to keep focused, to keep your eyes on the prize. But this, my beloved brothers and sisters, is why we're here. And so you have this opportunity. And what is it that marks your graduation from the University of Ramadan? It's not the Eid. The Eid that some of us are already ready for. The gifts have been bought. The new clothes have been bought. We know where we're going to pray Eid. We've arranged, we've talked to our employers, our supervisors. And what marks your graduation is the giving of Zakat al-Fitr. Zakat al-Fitr is that which purifies the breaking of your fast. Some of you have already heard me talk about this over the past few days, that our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said that your fasting rises up to Allah Ta'ala at the end of Ramadan, but it stays suspended, it hangs, and it will not go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for acceptance until you give Zakat al-Fitr. This is amazing, because the point here is that you do not get rewarded for fasting until you feed someone who's hungry. That's the purpose of Zakat al-Fitr. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he told the companions that they should give Zakat al-Fitr before they go to the Eid prayer. The Sahaba would take quotes Quds is the staple of the food of the area that you're in. And they would measure it with the hands of the Prophet ﷺ. Zakat al-Fitr is one sa'a, what's called a sa'a. This is the measurement. And today we have liters and we have ounces and gallons, but they use the hands of the Prophet ﷺ as their measurement. And for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, your and my ancestors used his hands ﷺ to measure volume. And when we did that, we ruled the world. When we did that, the world looked to us with respect because we set the standard. Not anymore, sadly. And our scholars, our brilliant scholars, may Allah preserve all of them, they have given us a dispensation. Instead of giving food, you can give cash. For many, many benefits and many reasons. But my point is this. The Muslims, for almost 1,200 years, before we were colonized, and many of us are still suffering from the trauma of colonization. May Allah Ta'ala free us and heal us. May Allah Ta'ala free us from the double consciousness that colonization causes. What is double consciousness? Double consciousness is that you see yourself through your eyes in terms of your worth, but you also see yourself through the eyes of others. May Allah only cause us to be concerned with His vision of us, His gaze upon us, not the gaze of creatures. Zakat al-Fitr, the Prophet ﷺ said, for all the things that you said during the month of Ramadan, the things that you said that were of no benefit, the insults, the slander, the backbiting, the mean things you said to people, the mean things that I have said to people, the harsh things, the rude things that you said to people, Zakat al-Fitr is a means for you being forgiven of those things. Allah Ta'ala knows, خُلِقَ الْإِنسَانُ ضَعِيفًا. The human being was created weak. So we're fasting, we're trying our best, we're doing our best, inshallah Ta'ala, but we have slips, we make mistakes. And so at the end of Ramadan, the Zakat al-Fitr that you pay, $10, our scholars say for every Muslim in your home, adult or child. If you have 5 people in your home, then your Zakat al-Fitr is $50. If there's 8 people in your home, your Zakat al-Fitr is $80. If there's 2 people in your home, your Zakat al-Fitr is $20. This money is a means for you getting forgiveness. Don't think you're doing anyone a favor. It's for you. It's all about you and your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Zakat al-Fitr, the companions would give it to the masakeen and the fuqara around them. The miskin is the person who, if they were to liquidate their assets, if they were to liquidate their property and all their funds and their portfolio and their savings and balance everything out, they would not have enough to survive on for 1 year. That's a miskin. That person deserves and has a right to Zakat al-Fitr. No matter who they are or where they live. And the faqir is the person who does not have, if they were to look at their savings and all their assets, they don't have enough to survive on for 1 day. They have a right to the Zakat al-Fitr. And there are people right here that have a right to Zakat al-Fitr. There are people in the next city, there are people in the next state, there are people overseas that have a right to the Zakat al-Fitr. But it is for our benefit. It's as if We're being told at the end of Ramadan, the first thing you do to seal your fast is to give charity. Shouldn't we have by now learned what it means to go hungry? Not out of choice. Many of us are going hungry out of choice in Ramadan. To be hungry from circumstance. And many people are hungry because of their circumstances, because of things that are beyond their control. The Zakat al-Fitr is a means to bring them joy of Eid, so that their Eid is a source of happiness and celebration. So we ask that Allah Ta'ala give us the absolute reality of this month of Ramadan. And these last 10 days, we ask that Allah Ta'ala bless us to have observed and witnessed the night of the decree, Laylatul Qadr, if it has already passed. And if it is not passed, we ask that Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala give us the blessing of observing it and giving it its due and having our prayers accepted on that night and attaining His forgiveness, His grace, His compassion, His love, and daraja and rank with Him on that night. وأقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين واستغفروه إن الله غفور رحيم. I make my statement. May Allah forgive me and forgive you. Seek forgiveness of Allah, my brothers and sisters. Indeed, He forgives all sins, and He is the most loving. الحمد لله ثم الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن سيدنا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Thank you. There's lots of space in the front. In conclusion, the purpose of Zakat al-Fitr, and many of the companions would pay the Zakat al-Fitr some a month before Eid, some weeks before Eid, some 3 days, they say at the minimum, 3 days before Eid al-Fitr. If you pay Zakat al-Fitr after the Eid prayer, it's like paying a debt. You don't get the reward and the blessing of Zakat al-Fitr, but you still have to pay it. So my beloved brothers and sisters, do not delay. Do not delay in paying your fitr. It's not something that you're doing as a favor to any masjid or any poor person or any needy person or any institution. It is for your sake. It is for your fast. It is for your forgiveness. A few words about Eid. Eid. The word Eid comes from Aada Ya'udu. It means that which returns again and again and again. And human beings, sociologically, psychologically, anthropologically, we need rituals, we need tradition, we need continuity, we need occurrences that come and visit us time after time. And the Eid, we look for it. Eid al-Fitr, we look for it every year, don't we? We look forward to it. We have memories about Eid. But Eid al-Fitr is a celebration of your new relationship with Allah. It's not a celebration of the fact that you can eat food now, after dawn. That's not why we're celebrating. Eid is a celebration of your newfound connection with your Rabb, with your Creator. This is why you're saying Eid Mubarak. This is why you're saying Kul Aam wa Anta bi Khair. This is why you're saying Eid Sa'id. Happy Eid, blessed Eid. May every year find you in increase and good. It's coming from this place of deep gratitude. That now I've risen and transcended above my animal self. I found liberation and freedom from my appetites and my desires in Ramadan. I was able in Ramadan to stay away from what was halal, food and drink, intimacy with my, illicit intimacy with my partner, with my spouse. So now after Ramadan, it's easy for me to stay away from that which is absolutely forbidden. My brothers and sisters, the poet said, لَيْسَ الْعِيدِ لِمَنْ لَبِسَ الْجَدِيدِ. Eid is not for the one who has new clothes. إِنَّمَا الْعِيدِ لِمَنْ طَاعَتُهُ تَزِيدُ. Eid is really only for the one whose obedience to Allah is increasing. Not has increased, increasing. Ramadan's your new norm, remember? It's your new norm. It's your new standard. Don't go below it. Do you want your life to diminish? Do you want the connection to get weaker? Do you want to go from 4 bars to 1 bar? To use a metaphor from our not so smart phones. Phones that are making us less smart. That are addictions, that become an addiction, but that's a whole other khutbah. That's another khutbah. We should be fasting from our phones as well. Anyway. Eid is about increasing in obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my dear brothers and sisters. It is about protecting that light that you have been gifted in this month. That is what Eid is about. And then the poet says, he says, لَيْسَ الْعِيدِ لِمَنْ لَبِسَ الْجَدِيدِ. Eid is not for the one who wears new clothes. إِنَّمَا الْعِيدِ لِمَنْ طَاعَتُهُ تَزِيدُ. وَكُلِّ يَوْمٍ. Every day, فِيهِ, that in which he has ta'ah to Allah, فَإِنَّا هُوَ الْعِيدِ. Every day in which you find yourself increasing in your obedience to Allah, that is an Eid for you. And so the concept and the awareness of what Eid is expands now. It's not just 2 days out of the year or the days of Eid al-Fitr and the Ayyam al-Tashriq. Every day you find yourself an increase in your obedience. Let there be a cause for your joy and celebration. So in conclusion, my brothers and sisters, don't stop coming to the masjid. This is your connection. This is where you plug in. Don't let anyone keep you from coming to the masjid. Your job, your family, come to the masjid once a day at least. Once a day at least. And if you can't come once a day, at the very minimum, come once a week. Don't stop reading the Quran. This is your connection. Daily, you've been reading the Quran every day. And for those of you who may not be able to read the Quran in Arabic, read it in your language, in English, in Urdu, in Japanese, in Spanish. Read it in your language. Don't stop reading the Quran. Don't let your light leave. Don't stop praying at night. Keep standing. We've been standing an hour in Salah at the minimum, most of us. Keep praying for an hour a night. And if you can't pray for an hour, pray for 30 minutes a night. If you can't pray for 30 minutes, get up before Fajr and offer 2 rakats. Just take 5 minutes. You'll see your heart burst with blessing and with bliss and with peace and with light. And don't stop serving. As I was saying a few Fridays ago, I've watched you serve and give over these days and weeks. Selflessly. Don't stop helping others. Don't stop putting others first. Don't stop forgiving others, and you will protect the light of Ramadan. In fact, every month, if you do these things, brothers and sisters, it will be as if every month is Ramadan for you. Like one of my brothers said to me, I won't mention his name because I don't think he wants me to, but he said to me a few days ago in this masjid, Shaykh, every month is Ramadan. أقول اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم أرض عن أهل بيت رسول الله سيدنا علي وسيدتنا فاطمة وسيدنا الحسن والحسين. اللهم أرض عن الخلفاء الراشدين المهديين من بعد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم سيدنا أبو بكر الصديق وسيدنا عمر الفاروق وسيدنا عثمان ذي النورين وسيدنا علي للستين وسيدنا حسن المجتبى. اللهم عرض عن أزواج رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أمهات المؤمنين وعن سائر الصحابة المهاجرين والأنصار يا رب العالمين. Oh Allah, we ask that you bless our leader Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his family and his companions. Be pleased with his family, Ahlul Bayt, the people of his household, Ya Rabbal Alameen, and with the rightly guided colleagues after him. Oh Allah, we ask for your forgiveness. We ask that you rectify our inward and outward realities. Oh Allah, we ask that you make us among those who are beloved to you, oh Allah. We ask that in this month of Ramadan, oh Allah, that you remove the obstacles, the barriers, that you lift the veils between us and between you, oh Allah, without any loss, without any deficiency, without any harm, without anything that causes displeasure, Ya Allah. Oh Allah, we ask that all of the brothers and sisters that are here and their children, Ya Allah, that you give them the best of this life, that you give them the best of the hereafter, and that you save us from the fire. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون. أقيموا الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
Stand shoulder to shoulder next to your brother and sister. Empty your heart of everything except the majesty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahu Akbar. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والتين والزيتون وطور سينين وهذا البلد الأمين لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم ثم رددناه أسفل سافلين إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات فلهم أجر غير ممنون فما يكذبك بعد بالدين أليس الله بأحكم الحاكمين. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله الله أكبر. Allah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من 1000 شهر تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر سمع الله لمن حمده
الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ramadan Mubarak. Just a reminder, the Zakat al-Fitr boxes are outside. If you have not paid Zakat al-Fitr, please do so before you leave. And also, we want to let people know that Eid prayer will be here next Friday, inshallah, at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. will be the first prayer. 7 a.m. will be the first prayer, inshallah ta'ala. The second prayer will be at 10. At 10? At 10 o'clock, inshallah ta'ala. We ask that you support our masjid. We have tremendous financial obligations now with our increased services to the community. Make sure that you give something before you leave. Jazakallah khairan. And lastly, not lastly, but next, there are police officers about to give tickets. Many of us have parked illegally. If you jaywalk, if you cross at the road, instead of going all the way to the traffic light, you are very likely to get a ticket for jaywalking. Please move your cars immediately. Please pass. Please pass in the what?
Assalamu alaikum. As those people who have parked in the Eden lot, in the Eden, we don't have permission to park over there. We have permission to park in the shopping center. in the shopping center at the traffic light. So if you ever come again, please feel free to park in the shopping center all the way in the back. But do not park at the Eden lot. They have called the police, they have complained. We don't have a full certificate of occupancy. If we keep getting complaints, they are going to shut us down. So please understand, brothers and sisters, please cooperate, especially on Eid the next Friday. If anybody parks illegally in our neighbors' lots, it's not Rahman, to them. They get inconvenienced, they go out for lunch, when they come back, then they can't have a place to park. So it's not fair. Not only are we parking there, we are fighting with them. So I just came back from Eden. I missed my salah because I had to go. I got a call from the police, and I had to go, make sure those people don't get angry because they are neighbors. We have to respect them, please. So now, not only are people parking there, they're fighting with our neighbors. So please forgive me for anything that I've said. It's not for me, it's only for the masjid. And please cooperate, especially next Friday, will be Eid, inshallah. There'll be a lot of people, so please accommodate this. When the parking lot is full, go straight to the traffic light, make a left. There's a shopping center there. You can park there. You have a contract with them, you can park there. Thank you, Jazakallah.
MashaAllah. And when we want to keep Brother Shaykh Malik, he's in the hospital with a heart condition, he's in need of our prayers. Also, there's a brother, he requested that we not mention his name or his father's name. His father was just diagnosed with cancer. We want to make dua for him. And I also want to remind everyone to keep Imam Usama Cannon of Tariq Collective in your du'as. He has ALS, Lou Gehrig's. And keep Imam Jamil Alameen in your du'as for his freedom and his connection and return to his family. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم إنا نسألك بأسمائك الحسنى اللهم أن تشفي مرضانا وترحم موتانا. اللهم إنا نسألك التيسير والتوفيق والقبول في جميع الأمور يا رب العالمين. Oh Allah, we ask that you heal our sick and that you have mercy upon our dead. We ask that you give freedom to those that are imprisoned and enslaved from among our ranks, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Oh Allah, we ask that you make us forces for goodness in this world, forces for peace, forces for justice, Ya Allah, forces of service, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Oh Allah, we ask that you bless us, that you drive to us every khair, Ya Allah. The khair of the dunya and the khair of the akhirah, Ya Rabbal Alameen. And that you protect us and our families from every shar, every evil, Ya Allah. The evil of this dunya and the evil of the akhirah. Oh Allah, bless all the Muslims around the world who are praying Salatul Jumu'ah. Oh Allah, bless all of the Muslims around the world who are saying La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Increase them in obedience, increase them in faith, increase them in compassion and love. Surround them, oh Allah, those who are lonely with support. Give health to those who are sick. Give wealth to those who are poor. Give knowledge to those who are ignorant. And give high stations, O Allah, to each and every one of us. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, with the intention of acceptance. Al-Fatiha.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Right up. Are you? Just last night. No, the night before last. Yeah, I was here last night. That's it. Yeah, for sure, man.
So we're going to be around for the whole summer. We're doing the Arabic course.
Nice. I'm not ready for that.
Beginning group.
Everything in the beginning, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're not here.
Actually, I'm about to go back on Saturday. Arabic, yeah, so.
You're trying to level up. I think the same thing. Next conversion. But ever since then, we're basically going to drop all the subjects.
That's what these guys say. I don't know if it's just like, just beat me with the Arabic so that we understand, like, yeah, exactly. It's super loud. It's a big word. It's a big word. It's very loud. It's not even a language that has regular, like the rules and English is crazy. Farsi helps you with that. Turkish is nice.
Turkish, I just had LAR. W protein. It's like around one of those things.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Brothers and sisters, there are people praying in the front and please do not disturb their prayer. Please, can you step outside? If you need to please step outside the Musalla area, please. There are people praying, please. Also, sister upstairs, can you please refrain from talking in the Musalla areas? Jazakallah. Thank you.
I went there in 2014.
Yeah, we can.
So you're on the European side, the Asian side? I got your number, right? Oh, you're going to have a Turkish number. Do you get messages over there?
I'm in.
Okay. 206? I never knew that. Wasn't
We got some good brothers out there. Inshallah.
So when was it? Was it under, what's his name? So it's Sammy Shaban. It's Mukhtar Mohammed Shaykh Mendes Khutbah.
Oh, Sofa. Yeah, Sofa program.
Is it the same place?
No. That was just like a one thing.
Yeah, okay.
But they're there now. Yeah, I know a lot of those guys. But yeah, we see them a bunch do different things. They're kind of working through our university, they've been involved in it for many years. We would get back to speech professors, I'm trying to be there another 5 years until I finish. So sometimes like we'll do like moments and stuff.
Some atmosphere over there. It's like, what I've noticed, like, you're out there,
it's like Iranians. They don't have the same way to make it. It's just very extreme. And usually more quick. I think there, I mean, we live in youth, right? We live costly, like, we're all kind of working out stuff. So, like, I'm going to give Muslims that love everyone. Muslims that are like, Sunnis and they support everyone, right? Like, you know? So it's like, that's the division inside. See? That's what I'm saying. I was like, maybe just in one day, which is too much.
the thing is, it's much replaced by much fast. You should check out these music.
Yeah, exactly.
Youngest is a year and a half.
It's cool. I mean, we were really like, I would never deal with. Honestly, when I see people like everybody at the parties, it makes me kind of want to spit. Like I'm like, you know, you can be critical, but that's the wrong.
Yeah,
that's the wrong place. But yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's really fun. The politics and stuff. We didn't really have a much politics. That would not be good.
But what I mean is there's significant. It's like a beneficial but not beneficial. Once I saw a second, it's like,
oh, second, I like it. I think the word might have a place, but it's not always used correctly.
yeah, right. So it's English.
Our university is mostly maybe still outbreaks. Some get, you know, not many Americans, some Americans it's a mix. I mean, mostly the Kurds are also shot. Actually, so although I haven't actually, I have a rock and roll. We teach Christian teachers, so and one of our Arabic teachers, actually, so he was pregnant. So he actually teaches how to do it. So you can get him, on Akida, everyone's, you know, continuity for the most part. I mean, it's pretty comfortable though. There's no real, some people avoid it. Even among teenagers, like, they really avoided any of the big things, the turning stuff, and the comparing, that, something like that. Like, it's really, you know, really good for all those other people.
Yes, they were the last of this. I think there's just like that history also of the army difference between them, like in terms of versus
Yeah, that's good.
so it's like the government lines out there.
Yeah, like if there's
It was one of national lines.
yeah, not that.
Cool, man.
Good man. Yeah, we'll let that have you out there. No problem. Anyway, we'll catch up before we get so. See you soon. I got to run to New York today, but.